Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you with your Kandypens Aura Diamond Dab of the Day. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. As always, since you're going to enjoy today's video, hit the subscribe button, send a like, and I reply to all comments. We're going to talk about sharing today. That's right. We're going to talk about the benefits of sharing and how important it is. When I was a kid, people thought I was strange when I went over to their houses as a child in grade school, even in middle school, and I didn't share food off my plate. I was very, very protective of what was on my plate because of what happened at dinner time in my house when I was a kid. You know, the abuse and everything that went on from my dad. So I learned to eat faster. Maybe that's why I have IBS. At the time, I thought, why would anyone want to share my food, in fact? Okay? My philosophy was, at that time, what's mine is mine. What's yours is yours. Well, you know what? When I went where there were other people, more than just one, but other people, to camp, day camp, sleepaway camp, finally college, I realized that it was more than just me keeping the peas and carrots and steak or whatever it was on my plate. I was keeping to myself, who I was, what I was, because I felt so bad about life. And it went on and on like that. For years, I wasn't able to share food or anything because I didn't know how to. When I met Mrs. Stoner, it opened up a whole new life for me, a whole new eye, because sharing wasn't part of my vocabulary. But I learned, little by little, asking others if they wanted to try food, certainly passing the joint, or whatever else I was using, and I opened up to them. Started talking to these people about my needs and wants. So guess what? Sharing became an authentic thing, not just about food, but about who you are and what you want. So as kids, we're supposed to learn to share our toys and our time. But it's not something we're born knowing. So as adults, if the concept was driven into us the wrong way, we're going to have a cockeyed philosophy on sharing. Well, guess what? Sharing, especially good things, is looked down upon sometimes. That's right. Tremendous amount of people say, mine is mine, yours is yours. But sharing, and this is scientifically tested, sharing boosts your well-being. Sharing helps your personal life, helps your goals. Once you start sharing, guess what you're going to do? You're going to share other aspects of your life because it feels good, not just food. Every time you open up, you'll think how vulnerable you are. But since you're not going to get slapped, beaten, or whipped, he's dead now, you can share and take advantage of the ability you have. You see, a lot of the thought patterns that people have who don't share is focused on what they think they're losing. So when we give our time, our love, our friendship, whatever it is, we're really expressing more of who we are. We're not losing anything, because what's actually happening is we're giving ourselves more of opportunity to be truly who we are, which in turn makes us feel better. Sales executive, salesman, doesn't matter. You're not telling 100% of the truth all the time. You're shading it to your advantage to make the deal. It's just the way it is. When I stopped doing that, my life changed almost overnight. So expressing who we are and connecting with others feels good. Sharing makes us feel grateful too. There are a lot of times when people question or stumble in front of a money machine, a parking lot machine, whatever it is they can't figure out. Well, guess what? Sometimes another person is nearby and you can ask, hey, how does the darn thing work? It happened to me so many times with Mr. Stoner even. So guess what? The point is, in those moments, you're extremely grateful for the help. The more we share, the more gratitude we'll bring into our life, and it will come back to us. You watch. Sharing increases trust with others. Do you remember as a young kid how many secrets you had in grammar school, middle school, high school? If someone shared something with you, it was important, they confided in you, couldn't tell them, or you'd lose their other people and you'd lose their trust. You definitely choose people in life who to open up to. And more likely than not, in fact, we're likely to make that decision based on the characteristics or attributes of the person. You see, it's not just people in personal relationships with us. We put ourselves out there with strangers. We trust tons of strangers. Think about it. You're making a reservation at a restaurant. They trust you're going to show up. What do you think? Even I'm talking about the ones that don't take deposits. If you think about it, most of our interactions with people out there involve sharing information of some sort. And by giving of ourselves, we not only trust people we know, but also absolute strangers we trust with our wants and needs. So imagine the world without trusting people. Think about it. What if we open up to more people? Guess what? It's like a snowball. They would open up to more people and open and open and open. So sharing gives us the opportunity to shed some of our suspicions of people. It's a great way to extinguish our doubt about what's good in the world. Sharing makes life real. When important events happen, whether they're good or bad, sharing them with others makes them come to life even more. Sharing means you're not alone. Sharing even bad things, like my best friend passing away. Whatever it is, sharing stories and listening to others' stories, even painful ones, is critically important. Because guess what? You're going to find so many people who have had similar experiences. So share. It's critically important to maintain connection and share with others. Please understand the benefits of sharing are so far and wide that to discuss a negative of sharing, I can't really come up with one. Every negative I would come up with, I'd come up with a very fast response. So it's not worth even saying. We need to share more in our life. Absolutely. Well, we're going to smoke out of our Kandypens Oura, one of our OG products. And we're using one of our hot knives, the Yokan Ari hot knife. I know you all want to watch it drop in. Here we go. Ready? It's going to drop in. Watch for it. It's really cool when it drops in. There it goes. Dropped in. I might have the knife up a little too high. Remember, when you're using a hot knife, always put the tip back in its cover. Let's welcome the Kandypens Oura back in. Whoops. We don't want to have the carb cap fall off. Put that back on. Oops. Climbing off. Sorry, everybody. Hold on. It might have melted off, actually. Well, let's see if we can get it going. Here we go. On red, the Kandypens Oura. This should be quite a hit. Thanks for joining me, everyone, today to talk about sharing. I hope I shared with you things that you all can use and share more with others and pay it forward. This has been The Real Senior Stoner. You know what to do if you enjoyed today's video. Hit the subscribe button, send a like, and I reply to all comments. Here we go, everybody. Getting ready for that haptic. Getting ready for it. Getting ready for it. Getting ready for that haptic feedback. Remember, red takes a little longer to heat up. But the Oura packs a punch. So I said, why not? Ready? Oh, it's cooking already. Here we go. Ooh, ooh. Too strong. Thanks for joining me, everybody. As always, appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here today to talk about sharing with our Kandypens Oura. Cheers, everyone. Pardon me. Have a wonderful day.